This is Eagle Out, and let's get straight into it, man. Jalen Carter, draft night, already taking heat by who? The Philly media. The Philadelphia media, man. They never fail you. Probably like a month or two ago, I came out with a video that it was about if we get Jalen Carter, how would it be in the locker room? What N'Kobe Dean and Jordan Davis would say. And I also mentioned the media. I'm like, I don't care what Jordan Davis or N'Kobe Dean feel about Jalen Carter. The media is just going to hate him. The media is not going to love Jalen Carter. And right on point, I was right. Draft night, asking about an open investigation. Obviously, he's not really thinking about that. It's the happiest day of his life. He's crying. He's happy to be an Eagle. He fell in the draft. To me, personally, he was probably the best player in the draft. Him, if you want to put Will Anderson there, sure. I think it's 1A, 1B. Then if you want to include the running back, quarterbacks, and all that. But Jalen Carter is up there. He's not outside of your top 5. He should have been picked top 5. And unfortunately, the situation that happened, his stock fell, but he came to the right team. I always said he need the Eagles and the Eagles need him for sure. And I like look at Howie Roseman face right there. I like how Howie Roseman responded. I believe this was Reuben Foster. I believe that's his name. And the guy that asked Jalen Carter the question about the incident, and then to say this like he don't sound let me go ahead and play the clip, man. Let me go ahead and play this clip.
He didn't come across, at least to me, as accountable about it. I know you guys are big on accountability.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair, Ruben. You just said that. I mean, what do you want him to talk about? An active investigation at that time? I mean, at the end of the day, he just got drafted, and you're asking him, you're putting him on the spot on that, and so.
What I'm asking is, what was his? When you talk to him about it,
I think it's hard on a Zoom to feel out a person's heart and their accountability.
Was he talking about that with you and what he learned from it, how he grew from it?
Yeah, I just don't think it's fair how you said that you didn't feel like
You're
that.
You're being overly critical of a kid who's trying to enjoy the best night of his life. And I think for us, obviously.
It's a very big.
I agree. I think he's being overcritical of a kid who's trying to enjoy the best night of his life. Was he speeding? Sure. Unfortunately, somebody or people lost their lives due to the race. That's just an unfortunate situation. Prayers for the victims, man, and I'm gonna continue to say that anytime I talk about the incident. But allegedly, they were racing, and man, but to ask him about that during draft night is insane. It's insane. And then to say we talking about feelings now? You didn't feel like he was accountable? Come on, man. We talking about feelings. Oh my God, man. We really talking about feelings. You didn't feel like he was sorry about it. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure he regret everything that happened that night. But because you didn't feel like your feelings towards Jalen Carter, your feelings, that's the reason why you believe we possibly shouldn't draft him. I go on this guy Twitter, I see he talking about Ndamukong Suh coming back, which I would love, but come on, man, he taking days and days and days at Jalen Carter. Let a man get a chance to redeem himself. We talking about somebody, Jalen Carter got to be, 21? He got to be like 21, oldest 22, maybe. Didn't really look up his age before this video, but the media is ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous, man. And I'm going to continue this saying, again, nobody hates Philly athletes more than the Philly media, and nobody hates the Philly media more than the Philly fans because they ridiculous. And that's why a lot of them hate that it's YouTubers, content creators, independent writers. You don't have to go through these stupid ranks to get where they at. Just do your thing. You want your opinion out there, become a content creator, become an independent blogger. There's a lot of ways because these dudes who we get our information from, they too biased. They way too biased. I'm just saying you got to look at the whole concept. Okay, we're talking about 20, 21-year-old drinking, driving, racing. It happens. Just unfortunately, usually you don't see somebody lose their life. And every time it happens is a sad situation. You know how many people made it out of situations like that? Like, man, I was lucky. Racing, going 120, 130. Shannon Sharp talk about it all the time. He raced, he did his thing. But he's like, man, when I think about it now, was it stupid? Yes. But I was young, millions, happy. Almost every athlete talk about it every single time. But to condemn this man's character, it's a shame. It's a shame, man. I'm disappointed in the Philly media, as I always am. And that's why I had to hop on this mic right here, this camera right here. I had to figure out a way to get my own opinions out there, and the Philly media does it again, man. I really don't like those guys, man. Sorry, I like some of them. I like some of their opinions sometimes, but like, come on. You got Philly media talking about we should have traded up for Bijan. That's crazy. We should have traded up for Bijan. Come on, man. All right, but what do you think and how do you feel, man, about this? I think it's ridiculous. And like I said, the Philly media never fails, man. They just never fails. As Darius Slay, AJ Brown's new to this, so like yeah. As Jalen Hurts a year ago, how the Philly media felt about him. As Jalen Hurts 2 years ago, how the Philly media felt about him. And this is Eagle Al, man. I'm out.